Welcome to Insight SSB, an initiative by 5 times recommended and All India ranked 26 CDS2 2018. Don't forget to subscribe and click on notification bell to get updated whenever we post. Also download Insight SSB app for various courses.
Hello guys, in this video we are going to do part 6 of current affairs for CDS2 2020. Before moving further, I would like to tell you about a special course launched by Insights SSB for CDS2 2020. Though the sectional cutoff is very low, but still you are not able to score because of lack of strategy and revision. So here you get a course which guarantees you 40 plus marks in GS of CDS. Here, it is a course being prepared for you which covers all NCERT and standard books. It is prepared after analyzing all the previous question papers and it has all the relevant current affairs material too. So basically, you get all you need at one place. Now we'll move further. So we'll see the first question. Consider the following statements regarding the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership membership. तो हमें RCEP membership के बारे में कुछ statements देखनी है and we have to tell them that whether they are correct or not. So first statement is all members of the ASEAN group are party to RCEP. तो ये जो statement है ये statement बिल्कुल correct है that all the members of ASEAN group are party to the RCEP. RCEP is a proposed trade agreement among the members of states of ASEAN and its free trade agreement, that is FTA partners. Now we'll see the second statement. India and Japan have opted out of the RCEP agreement. So this statement becomes incorrect. This is not true because if we'll consider RCEP membership, then only India. In 2019, India opted out of the RCEP membership, not Japan. Japan has not opted out of the RCEP agreement. So if we'll see the member states of ASEAN and their FTA partners in RCEP, they are Australia, Brunei, Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. Okay, so if we'll see the RCEP membership, RCEP is basically a proposed trade agreement among the member states of ASEAN and its free trade agreement partners. Okay, and it aims to cover trade in goods and services, intellectual property, etc. And it is due to be signed in November 2020. And member states are these ones. And second statement becomes wrong because India has opted out, not Japan. So we have to tell that which of the statements mentioned above is correct. So our answer becomes A, one only. Now our second question is, consider the following statements regarding the Dassault Rafale fighter jets. So we have to see the statements regarding Dassault Rafale fighter jets. First statement is, it is a single engine multi-role fighter aircraft. So this statement is incorrect because the Dassault Rafale is a French twin-engine Carnot Delta wing multi-role fighter aircraft designed and built by Dassault Aviation. It is a twin engine, okay? So it is not single engine. This becomes wrong. Second statement is which India is the only country other than France to operate the Rafale jets. So this statement is also incorrect because other than France, it is just not India. Even Egypt and Qatar are other countries operating the Dassault Rafale aircraft. So both these statements become wrong and our answer becomes D, that is neither one or no two. The third question is, which of the following countries share border with the Caspian Sea? तो हमें ये बताना है कि कौन सी country Caspian Sea से border अपना share करती है. So the Caspian Sea is the world's largest inland water body and it covers roughly around 1,43,200 square miles of area and it borders with 5 countries. Okay, Caspian Sea का जो border है वो 5 countries के साथ touch होता है and that is Iran, Russia, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan. So these are the 5 countries that actually share borders with Caspian Sea. Now our options are China, Iran, Turkey. So our answer becomes B, that is 2 only. Among these, only Iran shares border with Caspian Sea Neither China nor Turkey share borders with Caspian Sea. The 5 countries that share border with Caspian Sea are Kazakhstan, Russia, Azerbaijan, Iran, and Turkmenistan. Now, another question is the Bru tribal community is a native of which of the following states? तो हमें ये बताना है कि जो ब्रू ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी है दैट इज अ नेटिव ऑफ विच ऑफ दी स्टेट्स. आर ऑप्शंस आर ए त्रिपुरा, बी केरला, सी सिक्किम एंड डी ओडिशा. So Brus, who are also known as Riangs, they are spread across Tripura, Mizoram, and southern Assam states in India. So basically, they are at Tripura, Mizoram, and Assam states. So among these options, we have Tripura. So the answer becomes Tripura. A. Tripura. The Bru tribal community is a native of Tripura state. Now we'll see the next question. Consider the following statements regarding Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge. So recently Ministry of Electronics and IT in partnership with Atal Innovation Mission and Niti Aayog has launched Digital India Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge for Indian tech entrepreneurs and startups. So we'll see these statements regarding this. First is the program will support promotion of existing applications as well as development of new applications. So it is absolutely correct. ये statement बिल्कुल ठीक है. Second statement is government will adopt suitable applications and list them on governmental e-marketplace. ये भी statement बिल्कुल ठीक है. This statement is also correct. So both these statements regarding Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge is absolutely true. So our answer becomes C, that is both 1 and 2. The next question is which of the following missions of Indian Navy is or are correctly matched to the respective crisis. तो ये कुछ ऑपरेशंस हैं इंडियन नेवी के. हमें ये देखना है कि इनके जो आगे इनके क्राइसिस मेंशन्ड है वो करेक्ट है या नहीं. सो फर्स्ट इज ऑपरेशन राहत. This is wrong. It is not related to Lebanon. Actually, Operation Rahat was an operation of the Indian Armed Forces to evacuate the Indian citizens and foreign nationals from Yemen during the 2015 military intervention of Saudi Arabia and its allies. So it was an operation launched by Indian Armed Forces and it was to evacuate Indian citizens and foreign nationals from Yemen, and it occurred in 2015. Now second one is Operation Sukoon. Is it related to war Yemen crisis? Then it is also wrong because Operation Sukoon was an operation launched by the Indian Navy to evacuate Indian, Sri Lankan and Nepalese nationals from the conflict zone during the 2006 Lebanon war. So this also becomes wrong. The third operation is Operation Samudra Setu. Is it related to COVID-19 pandemic? Then yes, this is correct. Indian Navy launched Operation Samudra Setu as a part of national effort to repatriate Indian citizens from overseas during COVID-19 pandemic situations. So yes, third one is correct. So our answer becomes C, that is third only. Now the next question is consider the following statements regarding the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank AIIB, and AIIB is headquartered at Beijing, that is China. Now we have to see statements regarding AIIB. First statement is India does not receive funding from the bank. So this statement is absolutely incorrect because India is the largest recipient of the funds from AIIB. So this statement becomes incorrect. Second statement is India has the second largest voting share in the bank after China. So yes, statement 2 is absolutely correct. India has a voting share of 7.62% and it is the second largest voting power after China, and China's share is 26.06%. So the second statement is correct that India has the second largest voting share in the bank after China. So the answer becomes B, that is 2 only. Now the next question is which of the following tribes are present in Andaman and Nicobar Island? तो हमें ये बताना है कि इनमें से कौन सी ट्राइब अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड में है. सो फर्स्ट इज जरावा, देन सेंटिनलीज, देन शोम्पेन. सो इसका जो सही आंसर है वो है डी, because these three belong to Andaman and Nicobar. Actually, the Andaman Island are home to 4 Negrito tribes, that is Great Andamanis, Onge, Jarawa and Sentinelese. So 4 tribes are there which are home to Andaman Island, and Nicobar Island are home to 2 Mongoloid tribes, that is Shompen and Nicobaris. So these two are there in Nicobar Island, and in Andaman if we'll talk, there are 4 Negrito tribes, that is Great Andamanis, Onge, Jarawa and Sentinelese. सो ये जो 4 ट्राइब्स हैं ये हैं अंडमान की, और ये जो 2 ट्राइब्स हैं दीज बिलोंग टू निकोबार आइलैंड. सो द आंसर इज डी 1, 2 and 3. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज हागिया सोफिया, a UNESCO World Heritage Site sometimes mentioned in the news, is located in. So हमें ये World Heritage Site है UNESCO की हागिया सोफिया. So we have to see that in which country it is there. So our options are A. Italy, B. Iran, C. Turkey and D. China. So its answer is C. Turkey, because recently Turkey's president has declared Istanbul's Hagia Sophia open to Muslim worship after a top court ruled that the building's conversion to a museum by modern Turkey's foundation statements was illegal. So this was recently in news and it belongs to the country Turkey. Now the next question is, with respect to Tabletop Airport, sometimes seen in the news recently, consider the following statements. तो हमें टेबल टॉप एयरपोर्ट्स के बारे में कुछ स्टेटमेंट्स देखनी है. सबसे पहले वी नीड टू नो दैट वाई दीज काइंड ऑफ एयरपोर्ट्स आर इन न्यूज़ रिसेंटली, बिकॉज रिसेंटली अ बोइंग 737 ऑफ एयर इंडिया एक्सप्रेस ऑन अ स्पेशल वंदे भारत repatriation flight from Dubai to Kozhikode went past the runway end and safety area and it fell into a valley recently. So this accident recently took place. That's why tabletop airports are in news recently. Now the first statement is, it is an airport located and built on top of a plateau or hilly surface with one or both ends on the runway overlooking a drop. So yes, this statement is absolutely correct. Now the second statement is, Kozhikode International Airport is the only tabletop airport in India. Then no, this statement is not correct. It is not the only kind of tabletop airport present in India. Okay, the airports in our country which would count as tabletops are namely Nengpui in Mizoram, it is there in Shimla, Kullu, then Pakyong Airport which is recently built in Sikkim is also one of the kind of tabletop airports. So there are many tabletop airports in India. It is not the only one. So our answer becomes A, one only. It is an airport located and built on top of a plateau or hilly surface with one or both ends of the runway overlooking a drop. The another question is, what was the theme of the Air Force Commanders Conference AFCC held at the Air Headquarters Vayu Bhavan in New Delhi? So हमसे अभी recently AFCC की जो मीटिंग हुई थी उसकी थीम पूछी गई है. Our options are A. Air Power in 2040s, B. Connecting all space people, C. Synergizing, strengthening and sustaining, and D is IAF, Indian Air Force in the next decade. So the answer is D, Indian Air Force in the next decade. And recently Rajnath Singh, the Union Minister of Defence, inaugurated the Air Force Commanders Conference AFCC at the Air Headquarters New Delhi, and the conference chaired by the Chief of the Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhadauria was conducted from 22nd July 2020 to 24th July 2020, and the theme of the conference was Indian Air Force in the next decade. Now the next question is, which of the following correctly defines 9-dash line? तो हमें ये बताना है कि 9-dash line की अगर इनमें से देखें तो क्या करेक्ट डेफिनेशन होगी. Our options are A. India's claim line on eastern border with China, B. China's claim line in South China Sea, C. border with North Korea and South Korea, D is border dividing India and Pakistan in Sur Creek. So the correct answer is B. The 9-dash line often in the news refers to the China's claim line in the South China Sea that has many disputed island territories. The next question is, what is the name of India's first indigenous aircraft carrier which is being built at Cochin? Our options are A. Virat, B. Veera, C. Vikrant and D. Vikram. So its correct answer is C. Vikrant, because India's first indigenous aircraft carrier Vikrant is being manufactured at the Cochin Shipyard Limited in Cochin, and it is expected to be commissioned by early 2021. So this becomes important. So the India's first indigenous aircraft carrier is Vikrant.